I'm going to speak to you now about the two things that Allah mentioned that distract from the remembrance of Allah: trade and distraction. Distraction, another term you can use for distraction is also entertainment. Lahu can also mean entertainment. Okay. Now, the question that arises from this is entertainment or business a bad thing? Because Allah is putting it against, the remembrance of Allah and leaving the Prophet ﷺ stranded. Our deen gave us a really amazing balance. Allah gave me obligations in my prayers every day. Allah told me certain things are prohibited for me. Allah told me certain things are prohibited for me to eat. Certain ways of earning money are wrong for me. Certain, pleasures or whatever there's only a halal way to get to them, and there's all the haram avenues are closed from me. And in every other matter, Allah Azza wa Jalla just, so long as I'm living a purposeful life, there's nothing else expected from me. There's not much more than that expected from me. It's okay to have some entertainment. It's okay to play sports. It's okay to play a video game every once in a while. It's fine. There's nothing. Where does the harm come from? Our religion gave us principles. If you're not violating any of the principles, then you're fine. If your entertainment or your work is taking you away from the mandatory remembrance of Allah, it's taking you away from what you should be doing, then there's the extreme. By the way, there's the opposite extreme too. I'm not doing enough for my deen. I need to study more deen. Okay, well, you haven't spent any time with your wife for 2 months. Yeah, but I'm studying deen right now. Well, you're spending time with your wife is actually a part of your deen. Playing with your kids is a part of your deen. Earning is a part of your deen. Right? Keeping inna li nafsika alayka haqqa. Your own person has rights over you too. Quran even says, "La tansa nasibaka min ad-dunya." Don't forget your own portion in this life. Yes, sometimes lahu, entertainment, is okay in some quantity. But the thing with these things is they easily become addictions. And when they become addictions, you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in them, and you don't know when to stop. Right? And that's at that point, it's taking you away from the remembrance of Allah. Okay, at that point, it becomes a problem. By the way, some people become workaholics, don't they? They're always thinking business. They're always thinking, gotta open up the next store. They're always thinking, gotta make the more profits, or keeping track of the stock, or whatever else you're doing, Bitcoin or whatever, anything that immerses you so much that now your basic remembrance of Allah is going away. Your obligations to family are going away. You're not even, your connection to the Quran is disappearing. This is where you have to draw a line. So Allah mentioned these two things because these two things are actually so dangerous, so powerful, tijara and lahu, that they can even take someone away from the Prophet standing there. They're that powerful. So don't underestimate them. Deal with these. We have to do business. Entertainment at some level and distraction at some level is a necessity in life, but make sure you understand you're dealing with something that can easily go out of balance, that can easily become very powerful and start replacing the remembrance of Allah. This is what we see in the Quran multiple times, a transition from the specific to the universal, the general to the universal. The specific situation was there was a trade caravan that came, and Allah dealt with that. When they saw that trade opportunity, they left you standing there. And of course, Jum'ah is so serious, nobody's just going to leave Jum'ah because they want to play a video game. They might leave Jum'ah because it's a really important business meeting. So the real thing that might pull you away from the Friday prayer is going to be some business situation. But then Allah mentioned in general, universally, if all of human beings were told they should remember Allah and what Allah is offering them is better, then the common denominator among us is not business. The common thing among us is entertainment, actually. That's first. Why? Because not everybody is doing business. Not everybody is working. But everybody is still distracted. Everybody still wants some form of entertainment, right? So lahu is actually the more universal culprit, generally speaking. So Allah says, in general in life, you should remember, tell them what Allah has is better than entertainment and better than business. Now, what is it that Allah has? What's He referring to that Allah has? In this case, anything Allah commands you to do, in this case, Allah wanted me to come to the remembrance of Allah. That remembrance of Allah is building something in me. He's giving me a treasure. So He's actually almost commodifying the dhikr of Allah. Allah didn't say remembering Allah is better than entertainment and trade. Allah is saying what Allah has is better than entertainment and trade. As if to say, when I truly remember Allah, Allah gives me something. Allah gives my heart something. Allah gives my soul something. Allah gives barakah to me in some way. And that thing that Allah gives me, whatever it is, it cannot be named because He gives it in different ways to different people. That's why ma is used. Whatever Allah has, right? He didn't say it's the thawab of the akhirah. He didn't say it's a new job that Allah will get you. He didn't say it's a sickness that Allah will remove from your life. He didn't specify it, but it's something that Allah has. And the only way for you to get it is by the dhikr of Allah. And if you can get that, then you will realize that that is better than entertainment, and that's better than trade.